thank you first of all for joining us at this beautiful event of Fertivision 2017. I would really love if you can just share a little bit of information about yourself and where you're from and what brought you to Fertivision 2017.
So I'm Dr. Vidya Seshadri, and I'm second generation British, but yes, of course, from India. And I work as a consultant gynecologist and an IVF specialist. And I'm the head of research and development at my unit in central London, which is the Centre of Reproductive and Genetic Health. And currently our clinic has got the highest success rates in the United Kingdom. What brought me to Fertivision, or the IVS, is that, yes, first is my connection with India, of course, through my parents, but also I've met quite a lot of the organising committee in European conferences. And what has amazed me is, so I'm here at their request and their kind invitation, but what has impressed me throughout is especially the Indian IVF specialists are doing very good work in terms of clinically, as well as a lot of research done in India, and things that we cannot probably do in the UK because of our legal framework. The Indians are far doing that. So we're fast looking at the Indian IVF community for more ideas so that we can share across with our patients. And also we're learning a lot of research as well as clinical applications from the Indian subcontinent. But apart from that, I'm also here to present some of my research work that I've shared in a European platform.
Okay, and what is that research in specific about?
So my research is basically on reproductive immunology, and especially recurrent miscarriages and repeated implantation or IVF failures. So I presented my work in the European Society of Human Reproduction recently in Geneva, and then on the request of the organising committee, I've shared my research work here.
That's nice. And what would have been one of the highlights of the event so far for you?
The highlights is I'm extremely humbled by the hospitality and the warmth. I think is, for me, it just overwhelms. I'm sort of embraced immediately as an extended family, and that's quite nice to come to, especially from a cold environment like the UK and Europe, and to come here it's really, really heartwarming. So that is the key thing. The other key thing for me, especially attending other sessions, is it amazes me that young IVF clinicians in India are more keen on clinical research, and they're more keen on publishing, which I'm very impressed by.
Nice. And how do you plan to stay connected with some of the people you're interacting with over here at the session today?
So essentially is I've exchanged, of course, email addresses and numbers, and quite often it's nice. So say, for example, I have a couple that I would like an opinion for, just asking them another opinion, another doctor's opinion is always advantageous for the patients.
Sure.
So yes, that way, through emails and...
Excellent. So what would you think of, we've been working on this technology platform called GoDoctor for quite some time. And one of the reasons why we built this is because one of our friends actually came up to us and said, hey, there's no exclusive platform for the medical community. And this person that actually came to us was posting content on Facebook. And a lot of his friends were actually reporting it as spam or reporting it as inappropriate. And which kind of led us to doing a sentiment analysis both on some of the social media sites out there. And we realized that there's no safe space for the medical community to come into and actually collaborate and communicate effectively, be it for their amazing breakthroughs or advice requests or opinions like you're saying. And that's where we realized that there's a very big gap. And we created GoDoctor with the whole thought process of creating this exclusive global collaboration platform. So do you think a platform like this, keeping the patient outside, makes a lot of sense, but not only just for the doctors, the entire community, be it the hospitals, the labs, the pharmaceutical companies, or the medical journalists and universities?
I personally think it's a very good idea, especially for me. Doctors like myself, I'm not very keen on the social I'm not into Facebook or Twitter or any of these social connecting media, but often, you know, you would want to reach out to a professional colleague, and by the sounds of what you're saying, it sounds like a very good idea where you can post, you know, anonymous patient cases.
Absolutely.
As long as patient anonymity is protected.
Absolutely.
Then it sounds like a brilliant idea.
Excellent. So what we've done is we've actually built this from a global perspective. So we're looking at HIPAA security as a very big requirement, and that's what we built in. So when you're actually asking for opinions from another colleague or another doctor, be it from any part of the world, it's actually maintained in a HIPAA security layer. So you're able to communicate even with the patient information, be it an ultrasound scan or an x-ray or any other report that you want to attach. So we're definitely looking at it more from that perspective.
Excellent.
And we would love to have you on the platform as well.
Absolutely,
And give you,
we'll
give
be
you feedback.
delighted. Yes.
So thank you so much for your time, and
Thank
we
you.
really hope you enjoy the remaining part of the event.